Hi guys, it's Deanna coming to you from Central Illinois, Zone 6A, Gardens Glory. So today I want to show you how to collect seed on a lot of different plants. I don't know, I think sometimes I take for granted, that people know things, and I had a friend over and I was showing her and she was just blown away. So I thought it might be neat to show, how to collect seed from different plants, because this is just all stuff I've learned over the years. And if I show you something wrong, forgive me, it's just because I've learned it wrong. And if I have, let me know, but I hope that this will be very informative for people. Okay, so I'm going to start right here with these zinnias. And these zinnias are not ready, which I love that one. I wish I could get seed just of that one. I don't know if you collected seed from that particular one, if it would end up looking just like that one, or it would just be a mix like these are. But anyway, these are not ready, so you wouldn't be able to collect from that. So I'm going to come over here and show you this one right here. Okay, this one's starting to get kind of dry and crispy, but it's not ready yet either. Now, eventually what'll happen is these petals will all turn gray, and then I used to think that this was the seed, but it's not, as far as I've learned. What the seed is actually on the end of the petals. So until these petals are completely dried out, you have to wait till it dries on the plant, and then they are ready to be harvested as seed. And so here you wouldn't get a whole lot of seed because there's not that many petals. But that's how I learned how to do zinnias. So can't do anything there yet. So I do want to show you these petunias though. These are pretty cool. So these are all petunias that I grew from seed. But what I want to show you is look in there. Those are all plant babies from the seeds that are in this plant. So I got to looking, and I don't really see any seeds on this white one. Okay, so some things produce seed, it seems like, and some plants don't. I don't know if that's just because how they're genetically made. But if you look at this purple one and we go in closer, and right now I'm going to just show you stuff, and later I'll cut them and then put them in packaging. But look at this. See, if I open that up, I gotta get on it, sorry, hold on. Those are all seeds. So when you see this little area right here, on your petunias, then you look and there's like a little, see, here it is right here without being dried out yet. You want to wait till it's dry. But once it gets dry, you crack that open and it's just full of seeds. So what I'll do is I'll come in here and cut those and then harvest them all and put them in an envelope and grow these purple ones next year without having to pay for them again, which is nice. Now, I noticed also on the pink ones, which, to be honest, these pink ones were not my favorite. They didn't really grow that great. But I do see that they are also growing, or not really, I guess not growing, but they do have some seed on them, but you would just harvest it the same way. All right, so now we're gonna go slowly this way. My pretty hydrangea. That's a Pinky Winky. And my beautiful grass. That's the morning light miscanthus. All right, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna look at, the first thing we're gonna look at. Now I'm assuming, and I don't know this, so don't quote me, but I'm assuming that, you see that right there? Let me see if I can get zoomed in here, oh, sorry. I'm assuming that if you would let those go and turn completely brown, that those would also give you some seed, because I grew those from seed. Okay, right here, this is called Dondo Blue Ageratum, and all this right there is seed. So if I loosen that up a little bit, the seeds just come out. And some of it will be seed and probably some of it is not seed, but you see how, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble focusing on right there and what's on my nail. That's the seed part. So I collected those last year from this plant, and that's what these are from. So once you learn how to collect them, it's so nice because you can save your money, and if you're like me, you'll just buy something else instead. But see how many seeds there are right here? So what I'll do is I'll just come in here and cut it like right there, and I'll cut this one right there, and I'll take it in the house. And sometimes it's probably easier just to let it dry out first in the house, and then it kind of they come apart easier and you can tell the seed better. All right, so now let's see if there was anything else. One thing I was wondering is, look at these. This is a brand new plant for me. This is forget-me-not, the blue. And I was wondering, these are little spiky things. I was wondering if those turn into seed once it browns, but I don't know. If you know, let me know. Okay, then I wanted to show you my perennial hibiscus. So a lady offered to trade me hibiscus seeds on Facebook, and I wasn't really sure like what to look for. I didn't, I've only had this plant like 2 years, so I didn't know what to look for, but I think I found it. So look at this. So here is a bloom about to open. So pretty. Here are blooms getting ready. And then this, which I think is kind of neat looking. Let me find it. Where's it at? This right there is what they look like after the bloom heads fall out. But look at this. If you look in there, that's your seed pod. So once that would get really brown, then you would have seeds in there. And I have that on the Rose of Sharon in the back, so I'll be able to show it to you there. But man, I love this plant. I kind of was hoping that the leaves would be a little bit more burgundy, but it's okay. I love it. All right, so now we will go past all our bricks. We got to figure out what to do with. There's Pistol, the star of the show. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. Pistol. Whatever. All right, let's do our over the garden gate just for fun. Still looking pretty good for getting to be late season. Pleased with that. When I was first gardening, by now I would have quit watering. But I've gotten to where I just love gardening so much. I do try to keep everything looking nice right up until the first frost. All right, so now on here, we're gonna look at these coleus. Now, I'm pretty sure that these red coleus are either ridiculous coleus or they're, I had both of them this morning and now I can't think of it. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen for you. What I do with them, because I love them, those are a staple. I want to make sure, I mean, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on just on the side alone. And what I do with them is I dig them up if they're not already in a pot and take them in and grow them under my grow lights. So I don't really save seed because, well, one, it seems like they don't put up much seed, which I think is probably genetic thing from proven winners. And then I keep all of them though. I love my burgundy one. Now, so what I'm going to show you is first we have this lime one with just a little bit of like an orangey burgundy on it. And right now you can see, let's see if I can see how some of these are getting browned out. And so what'll happen is I'll probably leave this one a little bit more, but that will brown out. And then when I cut it, what I do is I just kind of strip all that off the stalk, and the seeds will just kind of start going everywhere. And then I separate the seed from the chaff, and I'm going to show you how to do that on one that's a little bit more ready. These are not quite ready. And then this one is different. This, I'm pretty sure, is a lime time coleus, and this one does not look ready yet either. All right, so let's keep going. Now I have a I have notes here. I actually have envelopes already filled out. And so if I forget one, I'll look at my envelopes later and come back to it. I do want to show you something kind of funny. So see this right there? One year I had this plant called balsam, and I thought, oh, that kind of looks like that. Yeah, look, that looks exactly like it's gonna be a dandelion. So those have to get pulled here quite soon. All right, so we'll go back down here. Now you see we have more of the blue, and I'll be pulling seeds from this one. And then we have this beautiful one right here, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna give me any seed either, so that'll probably be one that I bring in. And then, let's go down farther. Okay, so this is a different one. This coleus is lime and white, and what I do is, let me just show you here, if I can find one. Hold on just one second. So this is what I do. I take an envelope and I write on it kind of how it makes sense to me. So like peachy burgundy with lime edge. Then what I was thinking about is I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each plant and take a leaf and put it with the envelope and take a picture of it. And then that way when I'm growing, I know exactly what I'm growing. But what you'll do, now it rained last night, so everything's kind of wet, but you'll take the stalk right here and you'll cut it off. And then, like I said, when I get it inside, I'll show you just how many seeds come out of that. It's kind of amazing, really. All right, let's back up and see which other ones I wanted to show you. Now in here, I have this one, which I think is called, it's one of the concoleus, I think. But this has got one that's ready. And you can see Mr. B, I don't know if you saw that or not, Mr. B seems to like these still. All right, now I have tried to look for seeds on geraniums. I haven't had luck. Now I think that they're right here. See this thing right here? That, I don't know. I'll wait till that dries out and see if I can get anything off that. All right, so let's keep on moving. Now this is one that I really want to make sure I get some good seeds out of, is this one right here. Because this one is peach and burgundy and lime. And you can see I'm starting to get some browning on there. That one I probably should wait just a little bit longer. Okay, let's keep going this way. Same with this. This is a beautiful pink one. And I'm really excited that I have this really long seed head to collect seeds on that one. Let's show you this. This was like, I was kind of like, whoa, look at this, you guys. I'd never tried this before. So this is I think it's Goldstrom Rudbeckia, but look at this. I don't know, is that all seed? It kind of looks like it is. So I'm thinking I'm gonna collect some of these and see if I can't grow some more of those. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool to have more. And then let's see, oh, I wanted to definitely show you this. So this is my new Rose of Sharon. I'm hoping this thing is not dying. I'm hoping it's just transplant shock and fall. But anyway, look at this. Look what I found on it. If you go into here, see that right there? Let's pull it off. Look at, they're like little furry circles. And I thought that was kind of neat. So definitely going to collect some of those. Not that I have any room for this. I don't know why I'm going to do that, but I just love this so much. I do it anyways. So I'll collect some of those. And then look at this one. This one kind of got a different look to it too. It's got a little bit more pink and burgundy, and it has a stalk that's definitely ready or pretty darn close to it. Let's see. I already showed you the petunia and how to do that one. Let's go under here. It's really pretty when the sun shines through here in the morning. I haven't watered yet. I'm not really sure if I need to because it rained, but I need to check my pots and see. Okay, so you know, sometimes you can get seeds off of hostas, and I've seen people say, you know, they had hosta babies coming up, and I don't know if I always just deadhead them too soon, but that's never happened to me. And then if we keep going, there was a couple things over here I wanted to show you. Okay, so again, here's your zinnias, and those are not ready. But look at this. Okay, so this is a wow coneflower. And look, I'm thinking right there, those are the seeds. So I would love to have more of these. So I'm going to be taking some of that. And then look at this. This is a betony, and I have a pink one. This is the pink one, and that's the purple one. And I think if you look in here, I think there were, get back on here. I think there were or are seeds in there. I'm not really sure because I tried to, let me see it one more time here. Yeah, there are seeds in there. So that's pretty exciting. I really like that. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I could tuck some in, maybe, you know, back in there. Oh, I want to show you this, you guys. Look, this was my mom's, and it was in her potting shed. And I put it on the outside of my shed, and I know it's not going to hold up forever, but I will take it down for the winter. I just thought it was so cute. I'm going to get over here and then show you from the other side. But let's go over and look at the different coneflower. Now, I think, yeah, see, I think that's the seed right there. Again, if I'm wrong, you guys tell me, but I don't think it's, yeah, it's not the pokey things. It's not these pokey things, I don't think. It's the seed just kind of hides in the pokey things. So I think that's one right there. So another thing you can do is just kind of go like this and empty that out, and you'll end up with more plants next year. So that's exciting. All right, let me give you a shot of my messy vegetable garden while I look at the packets that I made and see if I forgot anything. So we got the concoleus, we talked about that. We got the small hot pink petunias, we talked about that. The purple and blue ones, we talked about that. The dwarf ageratum, talked about that. And then, let me see, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think I've gone through everything I wanted to show you back here. Let's go up front. Oh, and I want to show you this. Remember I put the baby of the sweet autumn clematis over here? So, you know, guys, I got to thinking about this whole invasive thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about, like, if it's something that's clogging waterways or whatever, like, we have Bradford pears all around here in our town, and those things are super invasive. Like, now that I know that, I see them all over the place, and I would never, you know, even though they still sell them, I would never plant one. And so I really don't plant things that are invasive on purpose. That sweet autumn is from my mom. And the thing that I thought about was that, so like, for instance, look at this. That's the juniper. Well, that juniper is from my neighbors next door. And I've got probably 6 or 7 of them in my garden. Well, here's a nice big one that I haven't taken out yet. And, you know, is it kind of a nuisance? Yes, but, you know, if I want to dig those up, I can. And so what I want to say about that sweet autumn is here, I literally, all year, I've only seen like 6 or 7. And so it's not like it's super invasive here. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that. All right, let's go back up to the front and see what else we got here that's ready. See, oh, look, let me show you. So these are the hosta seeds in there. So I'm usually really diligent about getting these things cut back because it makes it look better. But I could leave that on there, let them dry, and we would have hosta seeds. And to me, it's more about the thrill of just seeing if you can get something to grow. Hey, look at how good my little new hydrangeas are. Those are little quick fires, I think. No, I'm sorry. Those are the wee whites that are, look, I got one over here. And they really have taken super good. And then the quick fires are in the back. Okay, let me keep going here. See if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, I love this one. This does great from seed. You can't see what it is right now. Well, right here you can, look. See that little beauty? That is a candy tuft. And normally what happens is it is just covered in seed. And what it is, the seeds are like right there. So the little roundish ovally things that are brown on the ends are the seed. So like I'll come on here and I'll take those off and put them, I already have an envelope for them. And what I do is I let a lot of it just go to seed in here and they do well. And I got some in the back now that I grew from the seed that was up here. So those are a fun little one. And honestly, for me, not a lot of things spread very well. And maybe that's why my stunner is not really spreading that fast, because I do such thick mulch, it's hard for things to take root. All right, so look at these coleus up here. I feel like such a wimp. My legs are so wimpy and I'm out of breath just because I'm squatting. All right, look how pretty this has done, this coleus. And wait, I think I saw a bloom too on my sweet potato vine. If you're like me, you didn't realize that even bloomed, but like Dan said in the last video, almost everything bloomed. But I'll definitely be taking some seeds off this one. And then let's see, what else do we have in here? We got some coleus back in there with some stalks, but those don't, one looks ready or almost ready. Okay. I'll leave you with this shot. Oh, one more. This one's got a lot of good ones too. Look at that. That's got a lot of seed in there. Okay, let me back up so you can get the final view of the front porch and this area here. Isn't that so pretty? Hi guys, I'm back. So, all right, so it's a new day. And I showed you everything yesterday that I was going to try to collect for seed today. Some of the things I decided against, like that small pink petunia, I don't really like it. So there's really no sense in saving the seed if I'm not going to want to grow it again. So all the things that I decided I really do want to grow again, I went ahead and pulled. And so let me just kind of tip this down just for a second so you can kind of see the whole smattering. Okay, so what I did, and I'm going to show you this, I'll show you the picture that I took. What I did was I pinched off a leaf and then wrote on the envelope what I thought it looked like, but then I pinched off a leaf and I took a picture of everything so that when I go to look at that envelope, since some of the, especially the coleus, are so much alike, like, okay, burgundy with lime. Well, is it burgundy on the inside, burgundy on the outside? And so I thought this year, to make it a little bit more clear for myself, because sometimes I think I know what I'm growing and then it looks different than what I'm thinking, I went ahead and put a leaf right next to it, which I normally do that when I'm writing on it. But this time I actually took a picture of it so that I can look at that picture and be like, oh, it's this one. Okay, now I remember. So that way you can kind of plan better for like how many you really want to grow if it's something you like more than others. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and I hope you can see what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually show you how I get the seed off each one, and just kind of show you what the seed looks like and what you should be looking for. So I think what we're going to start with is, let me get it here, try not to lose all my seeds. This right here is that purpley blue petunia, okay? And so what you're going to be looking for, and actually let me hold up one of these and show you so you can get an idea. You know how petunias are super sticky? Can you see how all those little seeds are already kind of stuck to this? So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be emptying these little seed pods onto the envelope, and then I'll put them all in my hand and then put them back into the envelope. Okay, so I ran in actually and got a paper towel. This is usually how I do it. I was going to do it on the envelope, but the envelope's a little small. So, all right, so what I'm going to take first is I'm going to take this little petunia seed head right here. It's starting to get windy. This is what I was afraid of. Everything's going to blow away here soon, so I need to get going on this. So right now I'm dumping it. I know that's small, but I'll show you when I get done just exactly how many I collect out of here. And then I guess for the ones that have the seeds kind of stuck, I'm going to try to get the seeds off there and also dump in the seed pod right there. Now the stuff that you don't need is called chaff, and anything that you get in there that's not necessary when you're doing your pinching, you can just clear that away later. Oh boy, I'm really hoping I can get through this without everything flowing away. I was upstairs getting ready thinking, I don't know if this is going to make it or not. I hope my stuff hasn't all blown away. All right, so the ones that are stuck on there, I'm just kind of pulling them off since those petunias are so sticky. And then I separate, like I put over to the side the ones that I've already emptied onto the paper. And I know those are really tiny, but like I said, you can probably see what I'm doing. I just kind of smush it, rub it between my fingers, and then make sure that all of the little seeds go that way. Now, I have about, for the petunias, I have about 5 or 6. And I feel like maybe more than that, maybe a few more than that. But I feel like that will, be good enough to grow quite a few of these for next year. And since I found these seeds, I already had my seed order done, and I will be taking these off my seed order, which isn't that nice? I mean, granted, that's only $5, but still, that's $5 that you can, use some other way. If you're a Starbucks person, you can go to Starbucks. If you're not a Starbucks person, you can buy some more seeds that you like that you don't have. Or, if you look at this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it is just covered in sticky little black things, and those are your seed right there. So I'm going to try to get all that off there, and then also pinch out the little seed head right there. It's kind of a sticky, not that fun job, but it will definitely be worth it. And I gotta tell you, a lot of friends that I gave plants to, or like they came and wanted to buy at my sale, I gave them some too, don't feel bad. A lot of them said like these were like the best plants that they've grown. And I love hearing that because, if they're going to spend money, or, even if you give them away, I mean, you want them to be happy with what you give them. And so they said they were super thrilled. I have one friend that I did the, I think it's called the silver something petunia. It's like a light, either pinkish or white. I'm looking at it right now on the outside, and then like a deep purple on the inside. And she said she's got more compliments on those plants. Now granted, I'm not like tooting my own horn, because they're obviously just good plants, but it's really neat that you can grow something from seed and get something that looks just as good or maybe even better than you would get, if you spent more money and bought it at the store. Now, last year was my first year really setting up my grow station in the basement and really growing a lot. I grew over 500 plants. I quit counting. Okay, so look at this. There's the seeds that were just on there by accident from when I put them on the envelope. Now I'm going to dump them onto here. And then I'm going to show you how many I got here. See all these? So now what I'll do is I take this. This is why it makes it easier when you use like a paper towel instead of just like doing it on the table. You just take this and you just tap it until they all kind of get into the center, and then you put it in the into your envelope. Another thing you can do, like I'm worried about the timing of this. So another thing you can do is, if you don't want to go through the chaff right now, which I'm not going to because that would be boring, I'm going to just go ahead and fold this up like that and then put it in the envelope, and then you can always separate the chaff from the seeds later. Okay, one done. So now let's do this pink chiffon Rose of Sharon, because this is new to me, and so I was super excited to be able to figure out how these, like where to find the seeds. You know, sometimes on a plant, like it's just either hard to find a seed or maybe there is no seed. But these were really easy, and I thought this was kind of cool. If you can see this, these seeds are really kind of funky. They're furry. Sometimes I think when seeds are furry, I wonder if God did that so they blow in the wind a little better and scatter around better. But anyway, I'm gonna put that like that. And so here's my little seed pod, and I have these all over my Rose of Sharon. I just put this Rose of Sharon in like 2 weeks ago. So what you do is you just open it up, pull it back, like you can just tell where you pull it back at, and see, look. Right there is all the little seeds. And so you'll just scrape them onto this one. I am going to use the envelope because they're big enough to keep track of. But you just scrape them onto the envelope, and then when we get done, we'll put them in the envelope. So those are just the cutest little things. Here's another one. Now, some of them may not be quite ready if they're not dry enough, but I think these are. So again, if I open this up, you can see in there, it's pretty furry. And I'm getting about, I'd say maybe 8 seeds per one. Now, granted, I don't really have room for a bunch of Rose of Sharons, but I can give these away. And or I might even, just for fun, since I have the room, I may grow them and then give the plants away. Or I do have a plant sale in the spring. That's usually for people that, you know, I don't really know. But, you know, if my friend comes and they want to support me, I don't mind that, but I usually have to send them home with free plants or I feel guilty. So anyway, yeah, I got about 10 out of that one. And so this would be something really cool to send home with my friends who are nice enough to come here and support me in what I'm doing. And they may have more room for a Rose of Sharon. I just don't have a lot of room for big stuff right now. All right, so we're getting there. I just think that fuzziness is the cutest little thing. These come out really easy. I had a lady on Facebook Marketplace that wanted to trade me regular hibiscus, like perennial hibiscus seeds. And I didn't think I knew where those were, but I did look, and I found the start of a seed pod, I believe. So if those develop into something, I'll be saving those too, because I really love those perennial hibiscus. So this morning, it's pretty chilly out, and my sweet husband goes golfing most Saturday and Sunday mornings because he's a very hard worker and he deserves relaxation. And so he goes golfing in the morning, and quite honestly, I don't mind it because it gives me time to do stuff that I like to do without, you know, feeling guilty. Not that he would make me feel guilty, but I feel guilty when he's here And unless he's like working in the garage or something by himself, then I don't really mind going and doing stuff by myself. But when he's here, I really like to do stuff with him. And so I like doing stuff like this in the mornings when he's golfing, because then, you know, I don't feel bad and I still get to spend my afternoons and night with him. All right, almost done with this one, and I will show you how to move on to, well, I think we'll do the Rudbeckia next. We still got the Blue Rageratum too, which is a different one. But once I get to the Coleus, I may just show you one and stop, because you don't really need to see me do the same thing over and over and over. But I like, since these are all different, I like, you know, being able to show you how you do them differently. And I don't know if I said this already, but it is cold. It is very cold out. Like, I am super hot-blooded. Okay, I got them all done. I am super hot-blooded, and normally, even when it's fairly cold out, I'll be out here in a t-shirt. But this morning, buggy on there, this morning I had to put a sweatshirt on. It's that cold. Okay, so we're going to put those in there. And there's my pink chiffon Rose of Sharon. So we'll put that one over there with the done ones. And now let's look at these Rudbeckias, because this is the first time I've ever done this. So quite honestly, I don't really know for sure what I'm doing. So we're going to look at this and see what I see, and then we'll make a decision. And if I have to, what I do is I just look it up and I say, you know, what does a Rudbeckia or a Black-Eyed Susan seed look like? And then I decide, because sometimes this stuff, you would think, this black stuff right there, you would think that's a seed. But sometimes I don't think it is. I think it's stuff that's in there that is a seed. So let me break one apart and see what I come up with. No, I think those are seeds. My gosh, if that's the case, you guys, this thing is just full of seed. It's no wonder my Black-Eyed Susan spread all over the place and get really full. I shouldn't say they spread all over the place, but they definitely multiply. So I don't know. Let me see if I can lift this up so you can see what they look like close up. That is going to be a lot of plants. Hopefully, they kind of look like there's like a little black part and then like a thinner little gray part. And again, like, I don't need all these, right? But it's like the thrill of the chase, I guess. It's like, it's so thrilling to know that you have all these seeds. Like, I've never done this before. It's thrilling to know that you have all these seeds, and you could grow them if you wanted to. So look, this is what it looks like when you get done and all the seeds are out. So that's how you know that really was a seed, because there's still that stuff that was holding it in place. All right, so this will be fast and easy. And, you know, another thing I can do is I can give away seed. You know, I have friends in town that, I should finish my thought. Friends in town that do grow their own plants, not like I do. People think I'm crazy. But anyway, those friends, I could definitely, you know, give these to them, see if they want to grow some too. I don't know, like, if it's illegal to, you know, send seeds that you get off your own plants, or I don't know. But we're getting there. There was a lady that I used to watch on YouTube. She's the sweetest thing. She actually let me come to her garden in Wisconsin. Her and her husband are so nice. They have an amazing YouTube channel, but they don't post anymore because they've gotten older. But it's called the Wisconsin Garden. You guys, they have an amazing garden, so check that out. But anyway, her name is Lynn, and his name is Richard, and they're so nice. And so my husband and I went up there and met them, and I got to see her garden, and it was amazing. I remember, though, her saying one time about the fact that they could not send seeds. Now, I don't know if that was because they were a member of this garden club, I don't know, something, I don't know what it was, but it was like, she said it was like a rule that she wasn't allowed to send any seeds. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe she'll, I know she is watching some of my videos. Maybe she'll chime in and let me know why she said that, because I don't really understand it. Oh my gosh, you guys, can you imagine how many plants this would be? And I still have several, well, I still have probably hundreds, but I'm not going to save hundreds of seeds because I don't need that. And this is already making my arthritis hurt. Oh, getting old. I take care of old people for a living. And not all old people. Not all of them are old. But anyway, a majority. And we've all determined that getting old, there's no such thing as the golden years. And I know that sounds very pessimistic, but when I see these poor patients that are struggling, it's heartbreaking to me. Okay, so we're almost done with this one. And then I will scrape these off. I should have done these on the well, I put the paper towel in there. I should have brought out some more paper towels, but I'll get them in there. 2 more, and then we'll go on to the ageratum. So I did 3 varieties of ageratum. One was a big one, and if I think about it, I'll take a picture of it when I get done with this, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys. I didn't really like it. I'm looking at it right now, and it is huge, and it takes forever to bloom. And so I quit growing it because, like, right now, I have that one there. It's never bloomed yet. It's self-seeded itself from last year. But what I did when I collected seeds last year, I was like, I'm not collecting seeds from this one because I don't like it. So basically, I have 2 other kinds of blue ageratums that I do, and they are dwarf. And I know one is called, I think, Blue Mink, and one is called Dondo Blue. And so between my seed saving, I don't really honestly know which one's which, but I don't really care. One is like, they're both shorter, but one sends up like a taller little spike, but it's very light and airy. And then the other one is short and like more compact. Okay, so hold on a second here. Let me show you this. Let me scoop off some of these. I got them on my shirt. My goodness gracious. Who knows what kind of seeds I just put in there from my shirt. But look at this. Look at all that. That was from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like about 10 stems. I mean, that's hundreds of seed. So I think what I'll just do right now, just for making it easy on me, is well, maybe I shouldn't because it is getting windy. Let me try to put them in my hand and then put them in the envelope. All right, well, some of them are still on the outside of the envelope, but that's okay because I have tons of them. All right, so there we go. So now we got our Rudbeckia. Let me get the rest of them as much as I can into the envelope here. All right, so that's another one that's done. All right, so now it's time to do the blue ageratum. Again, this was in the picture that I took, so I know what these are, and they're named on the outside of the envelope. Okay, so with this one, I've only collected seed from this once, but I think I already see seeds on the envelope. So I'm going to just kind of let me get a good one for you. Okay. Kind of do the same thing, just kind of rub it back and forth between my fingers and let everything fall out, and I'll show you what they look like. Let me get, oh shoot. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I ran inside and got another paper towel, and I'm going to go ahead and move these onto there so that I can see them better. I don't know if I'm seeing anything out of that. I think, so what they'll do is they end up looking like that, and if that's what they look like when you get to them, that means that they've already dropped the seed on the ground. And last year I had ones popping up all over the place. So they're pretty good self-seeders. But I have a lot of mulch, so I'm always surprised when things get through. So this one is more, this one is more, you can tell it's got a little bit more seed in there, but not a lot. So let me empty it out, and then we'll look at what I think is a seed and what is the chaff. Yeah, okay, I do see the seed. So sometimes it's just hard to tell, and so if you can't tell, what I recommend doing, like if the chaff just kind of looks like the seed, what I would recommend doing is just leaving it all together. I've done this before. Leave it all together, and then just, you know, when you put them in your little trays to seed it, just put it all on there. Just, you know, use it all. And then what's a seed will obviously sprout, and what isn't won't. And that's fine. All right, so we'll keep emptying these, and then I'll show you, I'll take the phone off and show you a closer picture of what I think that seed actually is out of all this chaff. Because this really is kind of hard to tell. So I've been doing seed collecting, I would say, for about maybe 5 years is when I kind of got started in that. And it took me a while to figure out, you know, what the heck I was doing. And I still don't really know with a lot of different things. But once you get going, it's kind of addicting, because being able to grow your own plants from, you know, something that you already, like these are, you know, these will be, let's see, next year they'll be 3rd generation plants from the same seed. All right. Kind of breezy out here. But I tell you, this weather change has been a nice reprieve. I have my garden helper coming today. I'm gonna have her cutting back irises and cutting back the rest of the black-eyed Susans and cutting back hosta stems. That's just kind of what she does, is just kind of more lightweight stuff. Like I said, she's a tiny little thing, and so I don't want to overdo it with her, but she comes for like 2 hours, and she's just an amazing kid. I'm really impressed. Her mother did a good job. All right, so let's see. And there's a ton. I'll just show you. That's what I'll do. I'll show you what's on the envelope. There's a ton of real good looking obvious seed on the envelope. Because boy, you can see there's a lot of chaff with this. And I'm going to show you when I do the coleus one, I'll show you how I get the seed from the chaff on that one, because if you don't, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, you won't get it all, and that's fine, but if you don't, it's kind of a mess. Okay, almost done with this one, you guys. And just like I said yesterday, I believe, when I filmed the part about collecting them, is like, if you see this, if they're still green like that, they're not ready. So I won't even try to take that out. You only want to try to get it out of the ones that are really browned out, because that will make your seed viable. The other ones are not viable yet. Boy, there's going to be a lot of seed on here too. Alright, we're almost done. While I'm doing this, I want to tell you, I have another video coming up. I really enjoy doing other garden tours, not only because, you know, I think it would be kind of boring to look at mine over and over and over and over, but also because I mean, I want you guys to see something different, but I also enjoy so much getting to see these different gardens. And so I have another one that's going to be coming up here that I'm actually going to take you to a couple, not private gardens, just ones you can see, you know, around town or whatever. And so I'll be taking you to those soon, and I think you'll really enjoy those. All right, one more, just in case. Looks kind of iffy, but just in case. All right, so let's move off these ones we already stripped. Let me show you what these look like. They are like right where you see that little tiny black speck. So what you're looking for is not anything that looks browned out. You're usually looking for more of like a black solid piece, and that's going to be what you want. So let me dump that on here, and then I'm going to fold it up, and I'll separate the chaff later. because it's getting ready to get windy again, I'm running out of time here. So like I said, I'm going to do one coleus stem for you guys, and I think that'll be that. Okay, so we'll put that one over there. And let's do one that looks really good and obvious. And this one looks really great. And I have grown this one a ton, and it just does really, really well for me. It does great seeding, and it does great growing, and I really enjoy this one. And look how great those seed heads are. All right, so what we're gonna do is go get one more paper towel. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the one. I labeled it lime dark burgundy middle. So that means when I do it that way, usually the first word I do is the majority of the color, and then I describe what it's doing in the middle. So this one, basically what you do is I just take I hold it at the top, and I just kind of strip it. They come off super easy. You see how that stripping down? And as I'm doing this, I can see just seeds just falling all on the towel. And I keep going. Keep going. All right, and then you just drop those on there. You have your blank stem, and now you're ready to separate the chaff from the seed. So basically it's super simple. You basically just kind of start doing this, kind of smushing them. And right now that's just, I can see a bunch of seeds just dropping onto the paper. And then after I kind of do my initial one, I do the one that's a little bit more time consuming, and I take it and I roll it around in my hands until I feel like all the seed is out. So you can take like a chunk, and sometimes I just do it like this, and this kind of makes the seed. Yeah, I can see seeds coming out. I can feel the seeds in my hand, and basically you're left with just a little ball of chaff, and most of the seed is on the paper towel. Then I set that to the side, grab another little chunk, roll it around. I can feel the seeds on my hand, so I know they're coming out of there. I just keep going until I don't really feel any more seeds in my hands, and then I know I pretty much got all the seeds out. Now granted, you're still going to have a few seeds left, but you're not really going to get every single one, but you also probably don't really need every single one. And this is just one stem, and I can find probably another 10 stems eventually here. So let me keep rolling. And I usually save about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 stems. That's plenty to do my spring sowing. All right, I'll just finish this one right here and show you, what's left, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. Okay, almost done. So just keep bringing the chaff to the middle and doing this. I'm almost done here, and I'll show you on the paper towel what I got out of it. I have no idea how many this might be, but I still have ones from last year, so that tells you it creates a bunch. So I have never really seen, what I guess I'm trying to do with you guys and for you guys is I'm trying to create things that are different than what I've seen. I haven't really seen anyone really break it down on how to collect each kind of seed. So I'm just going to put that one in the envelope. It's almost got all the chaff out. And then I'll do this. Now probably it would be better, because they're not completely dry, it would probably be better to take them out of the paper towel and put them in the envelope so that they can dry out a little bit more. I think that would probably be a good idea. All right guys, so that's it for today, and thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot that I have someone to share this stuff with. And I guess I will talk to you soon, and I will also take a picture of that taller blue ageratum so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, bye for now.